Wagwan, everybody. Lennox here from Simple123 Trader. This is the weekly playbook outlook for the week of September 25th to the 30th. Hope everybody's doing well. Let's take a look at the upcoming week and what's setting up. Starting off with the US dollar index. As you can see, for the last 4 weeks or last month, we've been in a very strong uptrend. This is on the monthly time frame. Overall, on the monthly time frame, I've gone over this a number of times, but the pattern that I'm seeing playing out right now is very strong, and US dollar weakness, not really seeing too much of it at this point. On the weekly, still very strong. We are indeed, a long way up in this move. It is possible that we could, of course, come to a top, but at this point here, we're still, even down on the daily, we're still quite strong. So looking for further strength going into this week in the markets. Still pushing with much vigor at this point here. This current move is propelling the US dollar, and I don't see any pullbacks, retraces at this point. So lots of strength going into this week in the US dollar. So what does that mean? It means that for our members here at the Simple123 Trader, opportunities to play the base currencies Aussie, Euro, GBP, New Zealand against the US dollar to the downside, and the base currency US dollar against the CAD, US dollar versus the Swiss, US dollar versus JPY to the upside. Okay, let's take a look at the Aussie dollar. You can see Aussie is in a complete downward spiral, and I would look for continued weakness in the Aussie dollar going into this week. I go to the weekly chart and take a look at it. We're just right on the edge of the abyss, as it were. We were actually on the edge of the abyss 2 weeks ago, or beginning of last week, and it called that out that we were heading down, and this could go a long way down. This is very, very weak and bleak for the Australian dollar. Bitcoin also sitting on the edge of the abyss and looking for further declines. And this too could go a long way down. We could see $10,000 Bitcoin in not too long or distant future here. Okay, so continued weakness in these instruments. Crude oil also looking to continue its downward spiral, and we could see that heading down, and $70 and below is not out of the question whatsoever with crude oil. The DAX also in a free fall. This is basically the same story for any of these instruments I click on at this moment in time. Everything is to the downside. The euro here, also huge fall. Can't even see anything to the left that's holding the euro up at this point. This is the monthly. We're just in a total downward spiral, and I'm not seeing any kind of pullback. It's just opportunities to sell at this point. Swiss franc also very weak, but hanging in there compared to the other ones. Let's go down to the daily, have a closer look. You can see it's inside of a very large structure, sideways channel, and looking like the Swiss franc is poised to break the lows and continue down. So this week could see further declines in the Swiss franc with a strong US dollar. Yeah, that's not looking so good for the Swiss franc at this point. Gold also called for, a break of these lows, and it has, and still looking to continue down. To see how it looks on the weekly. We've of all of them right now, gold is the only one that seems to have a possible opportunity to turn back around, but we're sitting at a very crucial point here. We could see a bit of a bounce here on gold, but still overall quite weak. Japanese yen also very weak. This is on the weekly. It's been in a downward mode all for a long time and still continuing down. The New Zealand dollar, well, as you can see, also just like the Aussie, very weak to the downside. All these coins, Litecoins, so forth, just sitting on the edge of a point where they could easily fall away and break through the lows that was established. So again, lots of weakness. The US NASDAQ 100, we're sitting again on the edge and looking to just continue this move to the downside. What is the catalyst that's going to drive these markets to the downside? We don't know. Nobody has a handle on what that could be, but something not so good anyways at this point, looking to pull these markets even further down. This is the British pound, and British pound very, very weak overall. We could see a little bit of bounces, but I think it still won't be much to really bring it back to the upside in any vigor. Silver also pointing to further declines. This one not yet breaking its lows, but looking to get down there and break those lows as well. The Russell 2000, same type of setup as the NASDAQ. We're sitting right on the edge of the cliff and ready to fall off. The Dow has broken the lows. You can see the Dow has said, okay, I've had it, and it's broken the lows, and we're looking for further declines in the Dow. So this is the first one that we've seen that's broken those lows. Let's see if the S&P 500 has not broken the lows as yet, looking to break those lows. The U.S. Technology Group also hasn't broken the lows as yet, but we'll be looking for those to break the lows. So overall, any bounces to the upside, opportunities to sell into most of these instruments. Keep your eyes on the US dollar if you're playing the major currency pairs. Profitable trading to everyone. Done now. Thank you.